Hello everybody, my name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. Welcome in to my beautiful divine feminines, my divine masculines, my star seeds, my soul tribe. Welcome in to anybody who feels guided or aligned or loves the title, loves my energy, whatever brought you in today. I'm super grateful to have you. I'm super grateful that my call has brought you in. That's the way I look at this for us readers, is we are sending out a signal. Our voices, our creativity, our videos, our messages are sending out a signal, calling in our tribe, calling in our community, our collective. And as we build and more people start subscribing, and this isn't a gimmick, sometimes I hate when people do that. Oh, you have to like the video for me to pick up on your energy. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I do believe though that the more people that come in and watch my videos, I'm gonna be picking up on your energy and it will help me read for you. I do believe that. But I don't believe that you have to like or subscribe necessarily in order for me to be able to pick up on that. Sometimes I feel like that is maybe a little bit of a gimmick. People say to get you to subscribe, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe subscribing does do that. I don't know, but I've never been a pushy saleswoman in my career. I'm not a pushy person in life. If you want to subscribe, beautiful, subscribe. If you don't, that's okay too. I only want people to do it if they feel guided to, not because I'm creating a gimmick or a clickbait. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it, but I don't want you to feel pressured in any way. I really only want people to subscribe, comment, or like if you feel guided to do so. I had a thing I wanted to say this morning. I know what it is. Yesterday, I was feeling, actually most of this week, I was feeling incredibly overwhelmed. I felt like I was being pulled in 1,000 different directions. I work my day job. I have a full-time 40-hour-a-week day job where I am a training specialist for a pretty large travel company. And then on the side, I help my family business, and my aunt runs a very, pretty successful women's travel network. And it is travel for women only. Sometimes they'll do husband trips, but it's very rare. And I'm a tour leader for my family business, and I have a very big trip coming up to Uganda, where I'd be taking 10 ladies. I'm the 11th person, which is kind of crazy because 11 is like a big number for me, a very spiritual number. I just thought of that right now, how there's 11 of us on this trip, which is just blew my mind right now. But there's a lot of preparation that goes into being a tour leader on these trips, and a lot of meetings that need to be held, a lot of documents that need to be read through. I need to be fully prepared, knowing who these women are, knowing what we're doing day to day, knowing who I need to tip and, who not to tip. Like, it's a big job. It's a big responsibility. So right now there's an overlap of the trip I leave on February 28th for this big trip. And I'm gonna try to film. I don't know, I was trying to think of a way. I really want to incorporate my trip onto this channel. I know this is a channel for card readings, and I'm gonna bring one of my, I think I'm gonna bring this stand actually, because it folds up really nicely and has a remote. So I won't have the ring light or anything. But I wanted to bring a little stand, bring a clicker, bring a few decks of cards, and I'm going to try to do some readings while I'm in Uganda. And then I'm also gonna post some content of the trip, because why not? So I was toying around with the idea of creating a whole different channel called Travel and Tarot. But I don't travel enough right now to make content for that. So for now, I thought I'm just going to incorporate the travel stuff into this channel, because why not? It's my channel, why not? So I probably won't be doing as many readings for the first 2 weeks of March, because I will be on safari basically. I don't know what the internet status is going to be like for a lot of it, but anyways, the point was I was getting very overwhelmed with I have all these meetings to attend for this trip. I have my day job, which is very busy right now because we're totally revamping our new starter program. And I was just, sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I focus on the negatives. And even with this trip, I was like, I don't know my roommate. What if we don't get along? What if there's problems? What if this? What if that? I'm not even going to get to enjoy the trip. And my head was starting to spin in all of these negative directions. And then lo and behold, this morning I was doing some journaling and I was like, wait a minute. I found out yesterday in a meeting with my cousin, my roommate's wonderful. And I have a great feeling I'm going to get along with her. But today's realization was, I have been longing to get out in the forest. It's winter where I live. It's so cold. It's really hard to get outside into the forest, and there's no real nature happening right now. You don't hear birds singing. It's just dead. Everything seems dead right now. But then I realized, holy shit, you're gonna have 2 weeks immersed into the rainforests of Uganda. You're going to be around all these incredible animals. You are going to have 2 weeks of nature, of warm weather, all the things you've been craving. And as soon as I was able to sort of shift my perspective to realize the good stuff that is coming out of this, and I get a trip to Uganda, like, hello, I think that's a pretty obvious one. But it was about shifting the perspective. And instead of looking at the negatives or worrying about things, I was able to sort of shift and look at the good stuff that could come out of this. And what if it turns out great? And what if my roommate is awesome, which it sounds like she is? And what if this trip goes seamless and there's no problems, nobody gets sick, everybody's happy? Like, what if that happens, So I think I'm learning a lot about perspective shifting and trying to see something from a different angle. And, I don't know, I felt like I wanted to share that this morning. So let's get into the reading. Things feel really powerful right now. I don't know why, I don't know what it is. I'm feeling really drawn to the Unity Oracle deck this morning. I'm gonna follow that up with the Spirit Oracle. And then I thought if we have time, we're gonna throw in the Psychic Tarot. So, Spirit, I've already done my little opening ceremony with my Florida water. Spirit, help me right now. Speak through me. Speak through these cards. Help my collective. Help them understand what it is they need to know on their journey. What is the reading about today? What information do you have for this collective today that you want to share through these cards? Okay. Cards on the floor, card and me. Okay. We got quite a few cards this morning, and some even flipped over in the deck I saw. Okay. Let's see where we're at. This was the deck I felt like I needed to start with today. So the first cards out, let's take a look. The first cards out are card number 45, Ripple Effect. The choice is yours. Wow. This is crazy. This is almost like a perspective shift. And then how do you want to show up in the world? Do you want to show up and be mean and rude and not thank people and not open doors? Or do you want to show up and be a kind person in the world? Do you want to show up and hold the door open for somebody, thank somebody for letting you in on the roadways? Just being a good person, being a kind person, because you have no idea what that act of kindness is going to do in the thread of that domino effect. That's the best way I can put it, is you have no idea what one act of rudeness can do and what one act of kindness can do. And I heard this in a near-death experience, and I've shared it on some of my other videos, that we are ripples and our actions cause ripple effects. And I think it's really important that we really are aware of how we're showing up in the world and how we treat other people. Because it matters. And, if you thank somebody for letting them in on the roadway, that person might thank the next person. But if you don't, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be angry. They're going to cut other people off. And it's just going to be this ripple effect. All right, the next card out is 5, suspension. Surrender to the ebbs and flows of life. Yeah, don't react. I think this is asking us with the ripple effect card and this, not reacting to things. So I'm starting to see a picture now. Maybe there's a situation going on in your life where a person, place, or thing is causing a very big reaction in you, where you want to react in a negative way, or you want to be angry, or just not a good reaction. Like your initial reaction is like, ooh, anger, frustration. But these cards are coming out to say the choice is yours how you respond to this. There is going to be ups and downs in life. This is temporary. This situation that's upsetting you or causing this reaction in you, it's going to pass. So really think about how you want to show up and how you want to respond to this, because your response is everything. And it will create a ripple effect from there. The next card out is card number 41, connectedness. We are all connected, past, present, and future. Yeah, this is beautiful, and a rainbow. If you know me, and there's another card with a freaking rainbow on it. My partner who passed away, Nathan, I love you. He always shows up in every one of my friggin' readings with rainbows to say he's here, and he's helping me through this. I love you, Nathan. Connectedness. I think this card is coming out to say whatever, how do I say this? Whatever the thing is that has upset you or caused this reaction in you, or seems to always, I feel like this person, place, or thing always does it. It's like they always get you. They're the one thing that creates this like, oh, this response in you that you don't like, that you've worked so hard on being a good person and not reacting to things and taking time to respond to things, but this one person, place, or thing just always seems to know the right buttons to push to get on your nerves. But I think this connected card is coming out to remind us that we're all souls underneath the shell, underneath the facades, the masks, the layers of identities that we create in this body. There is a soul that you are connected to. And if you can maybe see past the shell, see past the identities, the masks, and recognize that this is probably a wounded person or a wounded place. And that's why they act this way. But you can show up how you choose to show up. You don't have to respond. You don't have to give that person, place, or thing a reaction anymore. You can stay in your power and just recognize that they're broken. That thing, person, place, or thing is wounded. They're coming from a wounded place. I'm going to recognize it as that, and I'm not going to respond and react and personalize it, because it's really not about you at the end of the day. It's their woundings, it's their brokenness, it's their bad energy that they need to work on. It's not really anything to do with you at all, but hurt people. And I feel like the connectedness card is just a reminder for you to show you, try to see past the exterior of a person and see that we remember that we are all connected at a soul level. Even the people that we don't necessarily like or we have issues with, we're still connected to those people. We are all one collective consciousness. So if you can try and see past their facades, their masks, and see that they're just a wounded little child inside, you might have a little bit more compassion for them. And then it might help you take a step back and go, you know what? I'm not going to continue this ripple effect of negativity. I'm going to stay in my power. I'm not going to give this person, place, or thing the reaction that they're looking for. I'm just going to do me and let them do them. And maybe you need to create a little bit of distance too. And there's nothing wrong with that. The next card out is feeling sorrow. To feel is to heal. Yeah, I think maybe you've been a little bit hard on yourself about this. Like, why am I still reacting this way? Why does this person, place, or thing still get me? Like, and you're almost frustrated with yourself that you should know better, or you've done the work. Why are you still responding like this to this person? But be kind to yourself. You are human too, having a human experience. And unfortunately, sometimes people, places, and things do get the best of us. And you know what? We're human. So be a little bit kinder to yourself. Again, I feel like whatever this situation is, it's probably, creating a little bit of upset in you. And the next card out is True Virtue, card number 37. Wisdom is fueled by compassion. Yeah, what did I just say? And there's another rainbow. Having compassion for yourself and also for others. This is about having compassion for both you and the other person and not reacting. Coming from a place of love and understanding, but also not, how do I word this? You don't have to people please or do what the person, place, or thing is asking of you. You can stay in your values, but you don't have to react and get angry and lash back out at them. You can kind of just, again, stay in your power, recognize what's really going on under the surface, because usually what we see at the surface level isn't really what the thing is. There's a deeper rooted issue. And I've learned that along the way when I've done these beautiful ceremonies at this spiritual retreat that I go to in Ontario, Crystal Roots. And I get to sit with Mother Gaia, and she's showed me a lot. She showed me about power and about, how to have more control over my responses and my reactions, but that we're all connected and that there's a deeper thing usually. If you're angry, well, the anger is just the surface emotion. There's something deeper that you need to look at. That's the root of where that anger is coming from. And for me, the root of my anger was feeling like my power was always taken from me because I was abused as a child. My power was taken from me from men at a very young age. So I was angry. Anytime I felt a man was taking my power again or trying to take my power, I would get so angry, but I didn't understand where the anger was rooted from until I started doing these retreats. So weird. I feel like this message is just a reminder for you to not let whatever this thing is get the best of you. And it's okay, maybe if you did have a reaction and you did lash out, don't be upset with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself about it. Again, you are human. We all make our mistakes. It's fine. It's okay. Just move on to the next thing. Don't give the reaction again, but don't beat yourself up about it. I should have known better. I've done the work. I shouldn't have responded this way. No. Sometimes we're human too, and we do have big responses. And if you're not having a great day or you're tired, of course you're not always going to be in your power and centered. You are going to be more reactive. But I think this reading is just saying, try and look past the, exterior of what the issue is, to dissect it a little bit, to understand what is really going on here. Where is this really coming from? And look at this person or a place as a wounded child, because that's what it is. It's really the root of this is just their woundings from their childhood, or maybe it's a job. I feel like it's a person though in this situation. It's some person that has caused this reaction in you. A family member, a boss, a coworker, a partner, a romantic partner, a friend, whatever it is. But somebody knows how to push your buttons, and you're really working on not allowing them to do that anymore, not giving your power away and allowing them to push your buttons. All right, let's jump into the Spirit Oracle and see what are the additional messages. Okay, Spirit. What are the additional messages that you have for this collective in terms of the message we have received? Okay, the first card out is Silver Vibrations. And the card says, your vibration is being raised to a higher level. You may be feeling that you are in this world, but somehow not of this world. This is the magic of creation at work in your life. As silver starlight enters your aura, your energy field will become finer, giving you a stronger connection to your spirit and bringing greater purpose into your life. Yeah, wow. I think because of your self-awareness around this issue, you're rising. Yes, and maybe you might have responded poorly in this situation, but it doesn't matter. You're not punished for that. You're human, and maybe you didn't. Maybe some of you didn't respond poorly. Maybe you did handle this well, and maybe you were able to do exactly this, see past the surface stuff, look at the little wounded child within them to recognize that this isn't actually about you at all. This is their stuff going on that they're projecting onto you. But because you have been really being aware of that and aware of your reactions and aware of how your behavior affects others in the world, you're rising. Your vibration is rising. And the next card out is Divine Will. Your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust. Let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. Yeah. I feel like this is just saying, trust that this situation happened for a reason. I think sometimes when bad things or things we perceive as bad happens, we're like, why? Why is this happening? I'm doing the work. Why do I have to go through this? But this is a reminder to just say everything is purposeful. And this situation had to occur to teach you to not react, to teach you that your actions have a ripple effect, but you're seeing that, you're understanding that. So bravo, I'm proud of you for seeing that. I think well done to you. You're recognizing that there are certain situations that have to play out in your life to help you grow. And oh my God, thank you, Spirit. This situation is what is helping you rise in vibration, raise your vibration. You are rising. This is like you're moving up a level because you've overcome this. Whoever this person is that gets a rise out of you, you're overcoming it. They're not getting your power anymore. They're not getting the reaction out of you anymore. So because of that, you are moving up levels. You are rising. You are elevating. All right. I know we're already 22 minutes in. I'm just going to do a quick, let's see what Spirit has to say with the Psychic Tarot. What are the additional messages to close out this reading that you have for this collective? Thank you, Spirit. Oh yeah, baby, you are moving into your Emperor era. You are a leader. You are the Emperor now. You are wise. You are a leader. You are moving into an abundant time where you don't take shit from nobody, but you don't lash out. When I say you don't take shit from anybody, you just stay in your power and you know how to lead with kindness, unconditional love, and compassion. And speaking up for yourself in a kind way, because that's the ripple effect you want to have in the world. And yeah, you have been going through a little bit of mental conflict because it's, again, this person really gets that reaction out of you, but you're overcoming it. You're overcoming it. You're not getting stuck in the stories anymore of why did they do that to me? And that's not fair. And this is not justice. And you're not wrapping up in those storylines anymore. You're just taking a step back, being the observer, seeing the situation for what it is, and you're not personalizing it anymore. You're recognizing that this has nothing to do with you. Yeah, triumphant success. You are successfully overcoming this thing, this person. They're not going to get the reactions out of you that they once got. And I have this funny feeling this person is just going to somehow be removed from your life. Like now they had to stay in your life to teach you this, but if it's a job, they're going to move on to a new department or a new company. If it's a partner, it's just going to dissolve and you're not going to be with this person. You know, if it's a friendship, the universe is just going to remove it from your life. And yeah, awareness. This is the Magician. You are manifesting things. You are making things shift and change because you're doing the inner work. You are becoming the magician of your life. And the Empress, oh my God, fertility, abundance. This is the energy you're rising into, the divine feminine, baby. Oh my God, divine feminine. And like this is like divine masculine energy, the Emperor. So we have the divine feminine and the divine masculine here. This is wild. Oh my God, and it's a royal couple. Holy shit. This could be like twin flame shit, like soulmate stuff. Like this is Empress and Emperor. They are a royal couple. This is crazy to have these two cards come out in a reading together. This is divine union within. You are doing the healing work, baby. Oh my God. And foundations and achievements and moving on and more rainbows. What the actual heck? You are moving on from this shit. You won't have to go through this anymore. You've learned the lesson. Well done. Oh my God, well done. Because you've learned the lesson, you are moving into, you're building the foundation stronger and you're moving into, holy crap, like a beautiful time in your life where you are going to start calling in the things that you want. And if you don't have love, you are truly calling in that divine counterpart. Springtime is what I'm feeling. Keep staying in your power. Keep staying in your truth. Don't beat yourself up if you fall off a little bit. If you do have the reactions that you don't want to have, you're human. Remember that. I love you. I hope this helps somebody out there today. Have a blessed day, everyone. Mwah.